Today I'm going to be building prime Manchester United, and now we know over the years they have had some insane players play for the club, players such as Ronaldo, Rooney, Giggs, Scholes, the list goes on, but the plan today is trying to fit them all in the same team. And also one thing to know, all the players in this team are going to have their highest rating possible, so we could see some ratings as high as 94. So let's go and see then if prime Manchester United can go ahead and win the Champions League. And now to get the most out of this team for the tactics, we're going to go for a counter-attacking and a 4-3-3 formation. And now there's only one player out of the current start 11 that could possibly make the Man United team, and that is Bruno Fernandes. However, we'll have to wait and see who we're going to bring in. So let's start off then with the goalkeeper position. We've currently got Onana in goal. Definitely not good enough. And the two candidates we've got is Edwin van der Sar and Peter Schmeichel. And now let's be honest, both of these goalkeepers are Manchester United legends in their own right. And I think both of them deserve a spot in the team. And there we have it then. What a sight to see. Edwin van der Sar is back at Manchester United. And so we're signing both goalkeepers into the club. Peter Schmeichel being one overall higher. He's going to be our starting goalkeeper. And van der Sar is going to make his way onto the bench. And now let's move on to the right back position and see who we can choose. And so the first player then being Valencia, who I think had a decent career at Manchester United, started as a winger and then moved down into that right back position. And we could also go ahead and choose Rafael, who I do believe actually had a decent career at Manchester United, but I think the number one choice has to go to Gary Neville, of course. I think he's 85, 86 rated. This guy slots straight into the team. And there we go, then we have got prime Gary Neville into the team at right back, 86 rated. I'm really happy with that. And now let's move on then into the left back position. Now up first, we've got Patrice Evra, of course. This guy was so good at Manchester United. But another option we've got, Dennis Irwin, obviously an older player from a different era. However, this guy got a 5-star weak foot, so I think we definitely sign him. And there we go then, Patrice Evra, 85 rated, has joined Manchester United. And on the bench, Dennis Irwin, again, he can play both left and right back, so pretty happy with that. And so to join Gary Neville and Patrice Evra in that back line are two centre-backs. I think everyone knows who that's going to be. And now Chris Smalling is one of the options we can go for. However, there is better players on this list. We've got the likes of Gary Pallister, 6'5" centre-back. This guy could 100% do a job for us. Rio Ferdinand and Nemanja Vidic. Now, we all know Vidic and Ferdinand as the partnership has to be. Do you know how crazy this is right now? Bringing in the partnership of Vidic and Ferdinand. Could this be the best partnership in the Prem and also the Champions League? And there we go, then we bring Ferdinand in for a fee of 70 million and the partnership is now complete. And so with them two signings into the team, that is now our backline completed. And you know what? Really happy with that. The goalkeeper as well. We did go ahead and bring in Gary Pallister as a backup centre-back on the bench. Now let's go ahead and focus on the midfield. We've got 3 positions to fill. Let's see who we can sign. And so signing number 1 in the midfield has to be Paul Scholes. Is it a prime United team without this guy in the midfield? And there we go, Paul Scholes straight into the starting 11, 88 rated, by the way, going to go on the left-hand side. Now we have to go and find who's going to join him in the midfield. And so joining in the midfield is going to be none other than Roy Keane, of course, Mr. Manchester United himself, going to be our captain for this team. Is going to join Paul Scholes. And so our midfield then is looking almost complete. There's one position left and Fernandes could find a place in the team. However, there is some more players to choose from. And the first player on that list, of course, is Park Ji-sung. I think a really underrated player when he played at Manchester United. Could he just find himself a space in the team? And the other candidate we've got is Paul Pogba, of course, in his prime. This guy was one of the world's best, I do believe, in the midfield. And we possibly could find him a place in the team. And now one player, of course, who fits straight into this United team, a Man United legend, Bobby Charlton. I think we have to go ahead and bring him into that midfield. And there we go, then the deal is done. Our highest rated player to date, 92 rated, Bobby Charlton, joins the midfield with Roy Keane and Paul Scholes. And there we have it then, that is how the midfield is looking. And to be honest, it's looking like one of the world's best. And so that does mean then Fernandes has found a place on the bench. And not only Charlton, we went out and signed Park Ji-sung as well. I think a great option off the bench. So all that leaves now is the front line. Of course, 3 positions to fill, and let's start with the left wing position. And so the first player we're going to start by bringing in is Nani, who of course had an amazing career at Manchester United. Some of the goals he has scored, bringing him in into the team. And the next signing then is going to be Ryan Giggs, who I believe has won the most trophies in a Manchester United shirt, and it wouldn't be prime United without him. And so without a doubt, Ryan Giggs is straight into the starting 11, 92 rated, matching Bobby Charlton, and Nani is going to find a way into the team on the bench. And I think, you know what, 85 rated, again, another solid option on the bench. And now moving on into that right wing position, and first up we've got David Beckham, who, let's be honest, his name speaks for himself. And there we have it then, the deal is done. David Beckham is going to rejoin Manchester United, and what a sight to see. However, we aren't done there. George Best, another incredible option in that right wing position. We can't leave him out. let's go ahead and bring him in. And let's be honest then, this team is really starting to take shape. Only one position left, but George Best is in at 90 rated. And so that leaves then their striker position remaining, and we've got so many options to choose from, it's going to be so tough to decide. However, for me, one player who 100% makes the starting 11, who's going to be our striker in this team, Wayne Rooney, let's go ahead and bring him in. And I've got to be honest, out of all the strikers we had to choose from, I think Wayne Rooney is the player to lead the line for us in these Champions League games. So with Wayne Rooney coming in as our starting striker, there is still space on the bench, however, for a backup striker. So let's have a see what the options are. So first on the list then we got Berbatov, who I think, to be honest, will be a solid backup. Next we got Carlos Tevez. However, I feel like there's better options, because up next we got Van Nistelrooy. Ruud van Nistelrooy at Man United was unreal. However, there is still Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Eric Cantona, and for the fun, we've thrown in Robin van Persie, of course. Only a couple of seasons, but did win the Prem in his first season. And so out of all the options available, we went ahead and signed Ruud van Nistelrooy. Of course, Eric Cantona was a really good shout as well. However, Van Nistelrooy, I think from the spot as well, you can definitely put a penalty away, and we might just need that. So there with then, Van Nistelrooy comes into the team and finds his way onto the bench as our backup striker. However, there's still one position available and one player we haven't even talked about. And that player is going to be Cristiano Ronaldo. Of course, I've said it many times, but it really wouldn't be Prime United without him in the team. And here he is then, 94 rated in his prime, and let's be honest, he has to find a space in this team. I want to keep Rooney up top, and I think Giggs, you know what? Ronaldo actually did go ahead and win a Ballon d'Or whilst at United, so I'm going to put him in that left wing position. And now here we have then prime Manchester United. I want to see how far this team can go in the Premier League, but also the Champions League. The bench is looking solid. The first team is looking like, if not the best team in the world. And for the best team, we are going to go ahead and give Roy Keane the captain's armband, because who else would we give it to? And one last thing then before we start the season is to sort the kit numbers out. Ronaldo goes back to number 7, just like he was in his prime. And so in the Champions League, to my surprise, we finish in 12th place. Only 4 wins out of 8 games. That does mean we're through to the round of 16, taking on Celtic. And to be honest, in my opinion, we should be beating Celtic pretty easily. 2 goals. Ronaldo scored 1, and Bobby Charlton scoring the first. So there we go, then we get past Celtic with a 5-0 win, and then up next, we're now taking on PSG. Do we have enough to beat them? And so the first leg ended 2-2, all to play for in this second one right now. Do we make it through? And we do. Bobby Charlton once again scoring, and also George Best 2-1. And so after beating PSG, we go ahead and face Arsenal in the quarters. We beat them at 4-2, and now into the semi-finals, we take on Liverpool, and if we win, we face AC Milan or Real Madrid in the final. So let's get into the first leg in this semi-final, take on Liverpool. Do we get the win? And Liverpool beat us 2-1. Beckham with a goal off the bench. Got a lot to do now in this second leg. But here we go then. Does the team have the comeback ability? And we do on penalties. Van Nistelrooy scoring a penalty. What did I say? We had to sign him. Rooney getting injured, however. And look at what we have here. We're facing Real Madrid in the final of the Champions League. It doesn't get a tougher test than this. So let's have a see then our top scorer of the season. Ronaldo, 36 goals. Bobby Charlton, 22 in the cam position. Ryan Giggs as well, 22. And George Best with 19. Let's be honest, Ronaldo getting 13 assists as well from that left wing position. I mean, overall, insane. Our best player this season by a mile. So one thing we've seen was Rooney getting injured. He's out for 12 days. He might just recover in time for the final. We'll have to see. And so here we go then into the Champions League final. Can prime Manchester United be in real life prime Real Madrid? Oh, here we go. Straight down the left-hand side. Ronaldo just tearing through this Real Madrid defense. Taken down in the area. I will take that as a penalty all day long. Real Madrid, what are they doing? And you know what then? For this one, Ronaldo is going to step up. Bottom left corner. Let's try and get this one in. Ronaldo, there we go. 1-0 against one of his former teams. We take the lead. Rooney, Keane, trying to find a way through. We found a way through. George Best all alone. No one near him. George Best. Wow, okay. Real Madrid's defense just turned off for a second there. There we go. George Best, 1-on-1 with the keeper to finish this. Into the back of the net it goes. And could he be the best right winger that Man United have ever had? Because if so, we scored 2 in this final. Oh, and here we go then. Real Madrid have got a penalty. Mbappe, can we say this? Michael, he dives the right way, to be fair to him. Real Madrid down to 10 men, and they bring one back. Oh, look at this. Gary Neville charging down the right-hand side. We've got Rooney in the area. I could do with Ronaldo maybe trying to make his way. I can see Ronaldo. Nope. No way. Oh my God, score that on the follow-up. No, whose goal is? No, that's offside. I can't believe it. That is offside. No way. I can't believe that. Oh, there we go. Ronaldo's away. Ronaldo, could he get his goal that I feel like he definitely deserves? Pull that. Finish it. Just finish it. Make it. There we go. Okay, George Best. Yeah, you know what? This guy is insane. 3 goals in a final. Ronaldo, for some reason, just cannot score that goal. And there we go then, prime Manchester United does go ahead and win the Champions League, beating Real Madrid 4-1.